to me. I love being called yeah. But getting here, I have a storefront now in Stoughton, 743 Washington Street. Please come see me. Even if you don't wear hats, just come and say hi, sit down, chat. We can have coffee and donuts or something. But anyways, getting here wasn't easy. A lot of people know me from doing vendor events, doing pop-ups, etc. In my 2 years in business, I did almost 100 events. I was in Rhode Island Fashion Week. I did 5 states. I did Connecticut, Rhode Island, New Jersey, New York, Massachusetts, everywhere. So a lot of people know about Reesie's Marvelous Hats. I was on BNN TV. I was on WRBB radio. You have to put in the work. You're not gonna sit there and it's gonna come to you. You have to go out there and go to it. And I tell people all the time, you're gonna sweat, you're gonna have tears, you're gonna wanna throw in the towel. But I say to them who's ready to throw in the towel, I say use that towel to wipe the sweat, wipe the tears, and keep it moving. You don't get here alone. You have help, you have friends, you have organizations. So many of my friends told me about the E4All program, and I was like, I don't have time to do E4All. I'm doing all these pop-ups, I'm doing all these vendor events. How am I gonna do E4All? And so the very last minute, I decided, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do the interview and do E4All. So I interviewed and put my application in, etc. So in the meantime, when I was doing the interview, two of the people interviewing me was like, oh, I know you, I have your hats. They bought it at an event because I did so many events. So anyways, E4All was the best decision. I ended up getting chosen and being part of the E4All Roxbury Accelerator Program. And I had 3 awesome mentors that helped me have a vision with my business, helped me be held accountable for the things that I said I was gonna do when I set goals. So it was very helpful to me. And one of my mentors was actually one of my interviewers too. So what a coincidence. So, but anyways, what else? Oh yeah, so I say that I want to inspire people because you hear stories from people all the time. And I was talking to one of my friends, and she has a autoimmune disease. So she was suffering from alopecia, and she's like, everybody don't want to wear wigs when they lose their hair. And she's like, you should have some beanies, some stylists. So I came up with these beautiful beanies for people who suffer hair loss, because I want them. And these beanies are called uplifting. Because if you go to my hats, all my hats are named inspirational names. And anybody who suffers hair loss, I want them to feel uplifted. And my turbans are called magnificent because I want you to be magnificent, even though you're going through that. And for Juneteenth, I even came up with these bucket hats, resilience. Because, when you think of Juneteenth and you think of our people, I'm sorry, I'm so nervous, and our culture, we're resilient. Even business owners, you're resilient, So get you all a resilient hat, because you are all resilient. And, everything is not peaches and cream when you're in a business, because even for me, 4 months into my business, my brother died. 2 weeks later, my dad died in prison. And that hit different. And then 4 days later, my first cousin died. And then it was death after death after death during COVID, etc. But what do? You're sad, but you keep moving, you keep going because you're determined and you have a goal and you have a vision. So you keep moving, despite. And I know my dad and my brother will want me to continue in my business because they both was hat lovers too, like me. And like I said, that's how I got started because, you know, I wanted to inspire people with hats. You know, because especially during COVID, we have to look for reasons to make people smile. We have to look for reasons to inspire people. You know, when you walk by someone, do you smile at them and say hello? Or you just keep on walking, you know? You have to do that. So that's it, that's all I have to say.